Well, another video. Another, how long? 11 minutes of just blubbering on about random bullshit. But I actually have a subject for a few minutes of this video, I believe. It'll all depend on whether or not I wear out that subject very swiftly or not. But it's a subject nonetheless. So, what not to do when your teammate says they're jungling. Now, I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen in this round, but it happened a few other times while I was playing with some friends, like I am in this game. Well, in this round, I mean. But when someone is playing as an assassin and they say they are going to jungle, the right thing to do would be to not steal the jungler's buffs after they said that they are going to jungle, because that's quite frankly just rude, and you shouldn't do that. But I don't believe that happens in this round, because 2 out of the 4 people are my friends that I'm playing with, and I believe I was on call with one of them during this round. Yeah, I was. But anywho, when your teammate says that you're jungling, well, that they're jungling, you should do your damnedest to not steal the buffs, because that's what makes a jungler useful, is being able to get those jungles done. But little off subject, I feel bad for these, well, for the Popo, Koopa, and Hanabi for most of this round, because they just keep showing up in the same spot while I'm around, and I just keep slaughtering them. Ooh, I kind of feel bad for that, because they were probably just 2 friends trying to have fun, and then there's just this fucking ghastly ghoul coming at them through the walls and ripping them in two. But, oh well. Anywho, back on subject here. If your teammate says that they're jungling, don't steal the buffs. That's just, no. You don't steal the buffs. That's what junglers are for. From the start of the round until they get higher up in levels. Because later on in the round, when they're like very close to being maxed out, perfectly fine for you to take the buffs. But if they're going for the buffs before you, don't take the buff. Because then they were there first, they get the buff first. If you were there first and they try taking the buff from you, just try your damnedest to take the buff, unless they ask you for the buff in the quick chat in the game and all that jazz. But if you are jungling and your teammate is trying to steal the jungle creatures, the best way to handle it is probably letting it go the first time. But if they keep taking your jungle creatures, then you might want to just either let it go, let them be them, and you just get as many jungle creatures as you can, or you tell them that you're the jungler and that you would greatly appreciate it. You would greatly appreciate it if they didn't take the jungles from you, because, like you stated, you're the jungler. But sometimes it's not a very good idea to say anything in the game chat, especially if you're in ranked. Well, I can't really say especially if you're in ranked round, because you don't really come across a lot of toxic people in ranked rounds anymore, because of Moontoon fixing the toxicity of the game and all that. Boy, am I glad about that, because I was sick and tired of getting reported for absolutely nothing when I died twice and got like 3 kills and like 8 assists. There's literally no reason to report somebody like that. It's just pointless. It's just, why? But basically, if your teammate is jungling, don't steal the jungle creatures from them. It's just, like, if they're attacking a jungle creature and you happen to be there and they're like not doing a lot of damage, but you're still there, feel free to like help them kill the jungle creature, but once the jungle creature gets to low health, then back off. So they can get their buff and you still get XP for helping them then. Ooh, there goes my friend there. Well, I can't really say friend because I was playing with my girlfriend and my best friend, and that was my girlfriend there. But anywho, moving past that, Hanzo is probably one of the most powerful junglers in this game, except for Fanny. Fanny, my god, Fanny is annoying as all hell to fight against. Especially if it's a good Fanny. If it's a good Fanny player, then my god, is it annoying. But if it's just like a regular Fanny player, like nowhere near pro or anything like that, then they're not as annoying to fight against. But if it's a Fanny player that knows what they're doing, then it's annoying because it's a little scary seeing a chick with 2 swords shoot out like 6 harpoons at once and just come hurtling at you at fucking Mach 10 down the lane, and then just after the blink of an eye you're dead. It's not only scary, but it's also annoying. But then again, anybody who plays Fanny has my respect, because Fanny has a very steep learning curve. Like, you can't just pick her up and get like a 20 bomber right at the beginning of the round. But Hanzo, like, he's a good jungler. Like, you can pick him up, and after a few rounds, you've basically mastered him. And I honestly like characters like that, because they're a little bit more fun to play. Because, you know, simplicity and all that jazz. Ooh, I think I steal this Hellcrit's buff. Yep, I do. You see, that right there is a very good move. Stealing the enemy's buffs. If you steal your enemy's buffs, they do less, and they are unable to do excess amount of damage. And it's just easier to dispatch them. And there goes my girlfriend again. Anywho, this round was very, very good for me because oh boy, I tapped a button and the replay's lagging. That's swell. Yeah, as you can see, I am doing fairly well this round. 12 kills, 0 deaths. I'd say that's pretty decent. I may end up doing a tutorial for my Hanzo build, but I don't really know if that's quite necessary because you could probably find another build like this somewhere on the internet. My Yu Zhong build, on the other hand, I have looked at pretty much I've looked at a lot of best Yu Zhong builds. FYI, I'm doing quotation marks with my fingers. Anywho, I have seen some builds for quote-unquote the best Yu Zhong builds and emblems, and honestly, most of the builds were the exact same, and some of them weren't the same ones that I have. Like, I came across this one Yu Zhong, and he had this. I was wondering how the hell he was so good, because most of the Yu Zhongs I come across can't do jack shit. Like, they're either just starting they're just starting out as Yu Zhong, or they just don't have a decent build for him. Most of the time it's they don't have a decent build for him. But sometimes it's not that, and one Yu Zhong I had, he was just running, he was properly zooming across the map and absolutely ripping through people. And I looked at his build, and my golly gosh, was it a good build. And I kind of copied that build, but added my own little twist to it with my own emblems, because I saw the dude's emblems, and I think he was using fighter emblems. I'm pretty sure that's what he was using. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up making a tutorial for that and all that jazz, but I think this video is gonna be coming to an end soon. How much longer? Okay, yeah, like a minute is left. Oh, I lost my character. Fuck. Eh? Oh, well that's just unfortunate. It's inverted. Dear Lord, just oh jeez. There we go. That's better. But yeah, this round was quite fun to play because everyone just kept like running away from me, and I would just immediately use my ult and chase after them. Albeit it's kind of scummy to do, but my god if it wasn't fun. Like, I don't think I even came close to dying this round. But yeah, to sum it up, if your teammate's jungling, you can help them get their buff, but don't deliberately steal their buff. And if you don't have jungling equipment equipped and you didn't say that you were going to jungle, don't jungle, especially if your teammate said that they were going to jungle. Otherwise, you look like an asshole. And that's about that. If you want to like the video, like it. Do whatever the hell you want with the subscribe button. I couldn't care less.